Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Novosphere Community Update. Today is October 13th, and today we're going to be releasing the first draft of a white paper. It's going to be up at discussions.app. And Paul is here to kind of give us a brief overview of it and walk us through some of the details. Again, this is the first draft of the white paper. If you have any comments, please do leave it in the post that we will have either in the video description, or you could just go on discussions.app and it should be up there for you to take a look. So, Paul, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, hi everyone. Happy to be releasing this public draft of the Discussions 2.0 white paper. The kind of point of this paper was to introduce the kind of broad philosophy behind what Discussions 2.0 represents, both from the app itself and then how it fits into the broader Novosphere vision of the decentralized application universe we're building. So First things off, we had to post this as three separate parts. As probably some of you are aware, in discussions.app currently there's a 10 kilobyte posting limit. Good news is Discussions 2.0 will do away with that posting limit since we'll be relying more on our own contracts, and we won't have to be limited by stuff that was deployed by other people. So just note that you do have three parts to look at. There's links at the bottom of part one to part two, and a link to part three at the bottom of part two. So you can follow along there. But so we outline what we're trying to accomplish with with Discussions 2.0. We discuss in it, we go over tokenomics of both Atmos and how it fits into the platform, as well as a token that we're currently calling Aura, which is up for public comment on that naming choice. But that's essentially a non-tradable reputation token. So it's a marker of account of what anonymous accounts are trustworthy, who has a reputation established on the forum. And so we discuss that a little bit. There's going to be a lot of things coming out on that specific, the tokenomics of that specific token. But kind of a brief overview is that you'll earn Aura for posting, commenting, moderating, basically interacting on the forum, and it is used to enhance your experience on the forum, unlock resources for users above and beyond the sort of initial default that everyone gets when they log in, and can be purchased with Atmos. If you want to just get an anonymous account up to speed quickly, you'll be able to purchase Aura in certain amounts in the same place that you would be using Aura to enhance your account. Some of the visions we have for this would be other projects wanting to use the forum to promote their project. They want to be able to provide badges for their supporters, so that that functionality could be unlocked with a certain amount of Aura. So if they purchase a certain amount of Aura with Atmos, they can they can do that. So that's sort of the major piece on that. And then we also have a discussion about how the platform will kind of fight against not only censorship, but the sort of, not overt censorship, but how we are kind of subject to covert censorship in the form of the people who control, the gatekeepers who control the flow of information, just kind of keeping us in bubbles and letting only us see the kind of news or points of view that they would like us to. So discussions in a lot of ways tries to provide transparency into where your information is coming from, who's posting it, and what kind of things we can expect from. And as Jack was saying, what we'll be launching with the official release of Discussions 2.0, not with the beta, but we'll be pulling that out as we get testers on the platform, is a delegated moderation system. And this is truly the only way you can run a decentralized communication platform without subjecting your users to some form of censorship, because any platform that's moderated is going to have censorship. So if you allow users to opt out of any moderation, choose the moderation that they think is suitable, you're not only building a system that empowers the user, but can actually stay truly decentralized. Um, so that's something that you'll see get released in phases as we are testing out publicly the platform. But that'll be a key feature to be released when we make our official launch.
Yeah.
Jack, you may want to mute your mic.
Yeah, so with this release of the white paper, the beta is gonna follow very soon. We were still just fixing some major bugs, like we've been having trouble logging in. So we want to make sure those very critical problems to solve first. But we do have an internal beta running right now, and we are posting on it. We are kind of stress testing it by using it for internal discussions. And some of those discussions you're gonna see in the future, and most of it is gonna be relating to the white paper and the direction of the project. So you'll see those conversations go on, happening there. You'll be able to participate in those discussions. And the great thing about 2.0 is that we're gonna have a notification feature. So like this is something that even Reddit doesn't have. You could follow a specific thread, and whenever there's a comment made on that thread, even if you haven't made a comment on it, you can follow the conversation. So that's what those are some of those things that are coming to 2.0 that's gonna help us, as a way to kind of use the site and test it at the same time.
So another big piece to what we've been trying to accomplish is making sure that users can be onboarded into the system with the minimal amount of friction. And so, currently most blockchain systems require a fair amount of hoops to jump through to just use it. From downloading specific software to with a lot of decentralized applications, you have to own the currency that the application is either the blockchain it's running on, or even worse, in some cases, a sort of specialized token that runs on top of another blockchain. So it's a very obscure way of interacting, on the internet, when most people are used to just firing up a web browser and logging in. And that is something we've taken our cue from. We want this experience to be no different than using another web service. So with unified ID, you're going to be able to create an account. You're going to have all the privileges of any user, regardless of what account they're going to, type of account they're going to use. And ultimately, there'll be a seamlessness in the way that the account system works. So if you have multiple sort of ways you want to have access, because you have an EOS account plus you have a unified ID, and you can make that choice at any point while you're interacting with the forum. So that's a huge feature that we have parts of that have been implemented in discussion sought app, but a full-fledged, really easy to use system is going to be rolled out. So that's actually the system right now we're trying to get the bugs worked out of, because there's no point in in guaranteeing people an easy to use system that has some issues with the login. So once those pieces are finished, we're pretty much ready to go the beta launch. Looking forward to that. But yeah, so that's kind of the overview. I think I would encourage everyone to look at the paper. We're really interested in your questions, your comments. Does it make sense to you? And are there things you would like for us to address in it? But we didn't want to make it incredibly long or anything. So it's the point really is to just get across the broadly what we're trying to do with the Novosphere, and then get very specific on what this platform's going to be mean for the very near future.
Like I said before, we are looking forward to your feedback and your comments on the white paper. Again, you can find the white paper on Discussions app, and you can find it on the links that we provided in the Discord chat, which links back to our Discussions app post. So again, there's 3 parts. All due links are gonna be there. Take a look, read it, drop a comment, and let us know what you think about it.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, thank you. See you guys next week.